Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to round off corners and add some contours to your airfoils. So here I have a front airfoil, and to approach this I'm going to round off this corner right here, but I'm actually going to find a nice flat surface, so I'm going to actually look at this from the bottom. Now it's important that you remember some of these numbers so that you can replicate this on the opposite side. So I'm going to hit T for tape measure. I'm going to click once here, and according to my drawing I need to come in 10 millimeters. And I'm going to click here, and according to my drawing I'm going to come in about 10 millimeters. And now I'm going to hit A for arc. I'm going to click once here, and then once again look in the bottom right hand corner. Make sure you remember this number that you see down here. So I'm going to go ahead and create an arc, and I'm going to type in 3. And this also requires a little bit of experimentation, so I'm going to type in 3 for what's called the bulge and hit enter. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and click on P for push-pull. Let me do a little bit of an orbit here. And this is important. With the push-pull tool selected, hit your control key once. That's the CTRL control key once, bottom left hand corner of your keyboard. You'll see a little plus symbol appear next to push-pull. Click once on this face, move up, and you want to make sure you're just above the airfoil. That's good. Click. So you'll see I'm just above the airfoil. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this entire model. Easy way to select everything is to press your spacebar so you have the arrow tool, and if you do 3 rapid clicks, click, 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 okay, 3 rapid clicks, you'll select the entire model. Here's another important step. Right click and go to intersect faces with model. Okay, so now you're going to start to see what this all does for us. I'm going to hit E for eraser. As I start erasing some of this geometry that I created, you'll notice that where that part touches the model, I get these nice smooth contours. Okay, it's a nice rounded corner. Now if I want to make this corner white, I hit my space bar to get the pointer tool, right click, and I can say reverse faces. Okay? Alright, now let me show you the same thing on a side pod. So I'm going to move over to my side pod. Okay, now if you look at my side pod, you'll notice I have curves, 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 curves. But if I look at this from above, I want to make this curve in. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit A for arc. I'm going to click once in this corner, a second time in this corner, and what's important here is you'll notice I'm going to see a green line. Where it says on green axis, if you do not see that, this will not work properly. So you'll notice that it doesn't say on green axis there, but it does say on green axis here. So I'm going to type in a number like 3. And by making sure that was on the green axis, I have a nice arc that's also on the right plane. Now I need to make this into a face, so I'm going to hit L for line. I'm going to click once here, click a second time here, and I actually created 2 faces. I have one here on the front, but you'll also notice I have a face here. This is the face I want to keep. This face right here is actually something I want to get rid of, so I'm going to just right click on it and say erase. So once again, I just want that face right there on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and once again hit P for push-pull, hit my control key, and I'm going to click once. I'm going to come down. I'm actually going to touch this corner right here. And I'm going to hit my space bar. I'm going to triple click, 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 click. And as you recall from before, right click, intersect faces with model. Now, what I'm going to get here is I'm going to hit E for erase, and like before, as I start erasing some of this geometry, you're going to start to see that looks more